Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever it is in your part of the world. I am Deuscain, your variety tip streamer for the night. Before we jump into it for the night, I'm going to give a shout out to The Heist, provided here by Slipstream. Lovely music we've been listening to during this pre-stream. Thank you to Slipstream and everybody like them who makes either free to use or low cost assets for us streamers so we can have better streams. Thank you very much. Hello again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever it is in your part of the world. I am Deuscain, your variety tip streamer for the night. And tonight we are fixing overlays. Because something broke. A little bit of stream scuff, that's fine. Hey everybody, how are you doing this happy Wednesday? Hope you're having a good time. But tonight we are going to be jumping into Persona 5 Royal, I think it was originally on PlayStation, JRPG by ALTUS. Good game. We've been at it for a few months now. And we finally reached the beginning of the game. So what do I mean by that? For anybody that maybe is tuning in a little bit late and hasn't seen more of my playthrough of it. So the game starts off with this late game heist that you're going on. And everything's kind of established and you get caught by the cops. And you're told that one of your allies sold you out, and you're drugged, and a woman comes in to start interviewing you. And everything else in the game is told in the past tense. It's you in the room telling her about the things you did. And it'll occasionally jump back to the present. Problem is, we got back to the present, and now it's all forward progression. So, I don't know what's going to happen. I knew all paths would eventually lead back to this room, but I didn't know quite what was going to happen, and we are going to be going entirely, this is going to be entirely new content. I literally don't know what's going to happen. So, it should be a good time. But until then, we're going to do a little bit of just chatting tonight. Catch up, and then we'll jump into the game. But how are you all doing? I hope you had a lovely Wednesday. Mine was decent. I had a really good morning, and then I kind of crashed after lunch, which is kind of a thing that happens with me. I tend to I don't know what it is. Maybe it's overeating or something, but usually after lunch, I'm really lethargic. Until usually about 3-ish, 3 o'clock. I don't know why, but it's been something consistently that's happened at any and every job I've ever had. Usually I crash an hour or two after lunch. I start pulling myself out of it eventually, but yeah, I don't know. In this instance, I did an early lunch, then I immediately jumped back into work, and then I immediately had a meeting that I had to lead and take minutes for. And following that, I'm just okay, brain off. And I don't think I was able to focus again until an hour after that, an hour and a half, maybe something like that. But I did very little for the rest of the day, which is kind of normal because a lot of the customers we work with are only really available the super early hours, my local time. So by the time it hits 2, 3 o'clock, they're either already gone or they're about to leave. There's very few that are there past that. But yeah, I got a bunch done. Feeling pretty good about today and this week more generally at work. Hey Robbie, thank you for the hydrate. I've been hydrating today, but I actually have 2 drinks at my desk now. I have the water bottle I got at work that I didn't finish before I left, so I brought it home, which I took a sip out of. And I also have another tall glass of water sitting here that I poured out at home for when I finish the water bottle, because it doesn't have a whole lot left to it. But we're doing the water bottle first. But yeah, so I had a pretty good Wednesday. Tuesday was a little bit busy. Busy and hauled ass at work, but I think I did pretty well. And then kind of spent an hour and a half after work, kind of just messing around on the computer before I put together dinner, which was some Japanese curry again. Made that for the first time in a little while. which always takes like a while to make. It takes me like an hour and a half to like make it and eat it, which is why I know I can't do it like the nights before a stream because there's just not enough time. So I did it. I was trying to do it on Sunday, but I got to like supper time and I'm like, man, I don't care. I do not care enough. I'm just tired and I'm lazy and I just want something simple. So I did not make curry Sunday. I made it Tuesday. So I had leftover curry for lunch today. I've got another container of leftover curry for lunch either tomorrow or Friday. And then, yeah, but it was like an hour and a half for me to put together curry. And then I kind of just like didn't do much like for like the next half hour, just kind of like screwed around and just kind of avoided going to do something, which was I needed to run to the grocery store and get some quick things. I made my nice quesadillas earlier this week, but I only had 2 wraps, which I had used all of them up. So I needed to go to the grocery store and get some more like burrito wraps to use for that. I was looking for cheese too, but unfortunately they were out of the specific kind I got, or specific kind I like. And instead I ended up getting some French style yogurt titled Oui. It basically is like a very firm, like almost custardy yogurt with like a little bit of fruit at the bottom in like little glass jars. They're very cute. They're very nice. I like them a lot. I tend to like sweeter yogurts, so like the Chobani stuff that's like really bitter, I don't much care for it. But when it comes to the ones I do get, they tend to be on the sweeter side, including the Oui. So ended up getting like a 4-pack of those plus the wraps, and yeah, had a pretty good time. And obviously Monday night I was streaming and been trying to get to bed at a more reasonable time. Last night I was up late, and I'm definitely feeling a little bit of that today. But like Monday, Sunday, Saturday, I'm trying to do better, because otherwise, Lord have mercy, I feel like death warmed over. But yeah, so I've had a busy week so far. Thankfully, I don't think I have anything planned tomorrow, because usually Thursdays are like my night for some kind of errand, but I like every 4 weeks I get like a night off, which yeah, next week is my night off. So, and then it's counseling, haircut, counseling before I get another night off. So yeah. So yeah, I'll get Thursday off to kind of rest and relax, or maybe work on some things. Who knows? I've got a couple things I could work on. And then what else is going on? I've got another couple of VGen commissions out right now, and I just actually paid for one tonight. For what specifically was it? A sketch page. Basically 4 different types of sketches: a full body, a half body, a bust, and a chibi. And I gave them some of my ideas and things, and we're gonna see what they cook up with. This is also the same person that like made my recent character sheet, so I trust them pretty well to like do a good job. I'm just kind of interested in what they'll come up with, because I didn't give them a lot of references. I just gave them kind of like a description of what I was thinking of. And the other thing I got in was a Twitter banner. That one got accepted pretty fast, and I should be getting... The delivery for the Twitter banner says mid-April, by mid-April, so hopefully it'll be sooner. And then the sketch page is the end of May, again, hopefully sooner. And then I have a bunch of new scenes and scene overlays that I ordered like way back in January, and those are supposed to be due by the end of April, so we might be getting a nice little facelift here on Twitch in the next month and a half, depending on when those come in. So yeah. And I have one currently that is I'm on the waiting list for, which is somebody doing tarot cards. Because if you were here for my like planning and scheduling stream back in January, I had like kind of plotted out some things that I was thinking of doing like month by month, like just kind of planning from the start of the year. And one of the ones for March was there was this artist that has been doing tarot card illustrations for a little while, and I really wanted one of their works, but it's like $150. And I never really had the funds to spare. So when it got to this month, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm doing a tarot card thing. And I took another look at it, and I'm like, I don't think this is really going for the... I don't think this is hitting the vibe I'm going for anymore. Like, I think it's more of a thing that... I had it in my head as something I wanted, and I kind of built it up to something that, like, eventually I realized, like, I don't really want it that much. Like, it seemed cool at the time, but I don't think I want it quite the way that I thought I did, if that makes any sense. But I did still want to try and get a tarot card, so I sent a commission over to somebody for that. And hopefully I'll get off their wait list eventually. Because they have like a fairly simple art style, but it's really, really pretty. I like it. And then I submitted another one this weekend that actually got rejected. Which is, I think, the first time somebody on VGen actually did that, but it was somebody doing... what was it specifically? Thumbnails or cover art. But I think they were very specific with their particular art. Yeah, what does their VGen say? It's a beta service. They're only picking ones that are the most fun to draw. So there's 10 slots. They might only pick 5. Please forgive them for rejecting most of the applications. Made the request point as simple as possible so they don't waste a lot of time. But basically, yeah, like they were very clear up front of like, this is something they're trying out. They aren't sure that it's going to work or be something that they want to do. So they're probably going to reject a lot of people's things. And I shot my shot and it didn't work out. And I'm fine with that. But I don't think I have a whole lot else to add. It's kind of up in the air. We are going to have a new piece of ALTUS popping up on socials tomorrow. You can pop in there and see that when it goes out. I'm trying to remember which one it is this time. I have a couple that are near the end of the month. Let's see. Ah, that one. And then the really nice one is the week after that. So, yeah. Should be a good time for everybody. Nice little fun one tomorrow. But yeah, you can always follow me on my socials to check out any kind of art that I post and share, as well as I think all the links to all my art is there. But also, if you check in my Discord, there's basically a channel where I dump all the commission art that I get. Usually in better quality than what Twitter gets, because Twitter's I run through like a lot of stringent anti-AI stuff, because I don't like that stuff. So, yeah, if you join in the Discord, you can basically see things usually before anybody else gets to see it. It's a very rare instance where it hasn't gone in Discord first. Usually that's because I forget. But other than that, no, it's a good time. But I think that's about the best we've got for now. So let me switch over to the gaming scene, and then we will jump into the game. Let's do the NPC tonight, because I think there's going to be more of like IRL plot for a little bit before we jump back into the metaverse. Thieves Guild is fine. There's the good old Atlas logo. So I'm curious, and I genuinely hope that I did enough to prep the game for what I'm hearing is called third semester. But it's basically a part of the game after what the traditional ending of the game would have been. So we are just at the police station. I think we stopped literally when the game's like, hey, you're going to get a lot of plot after this. And I'm like, we got 15 minutes left before the end of stream. So no. So we're going to jump right back into it. They dosed me up with truth drugs. Yep. And I'm in my high school uniform too. Guess the drug was too strong. We'll wake him up. Black suit guys. Wonder if any of these guys were the ones who specifically tried to hurt Futaba. Bastards. This is a kid. I'm gonna give the same answers I gave before, which is to say nothing. Oh! Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Did I have weapons? I technically would have had a knife. Manslaughter 2, talk about the works. Yeah, so they think I killed that guy. To think all those crimes were led by a punk like this. You seem to be enjoying every second of it, huh? If you're gonna monologue, don't do it at somebody that's been drugged up and beat to shit. Come on, man. Oh good, you're gonna teach me my place. Sign here, it's a confession under your name. Need your hand to sign this, but oh, the leg! Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece. I'm gonna make you understand. One must take full responsibility for their actions. You're full of shit, and I can tell that from the rest of the story. And that's where I would enter my name at the beginning, but it just skips through it here. On the 20th, the story continues on. And Sae Nijima shows up. Area is off limits. Prosecutor's office. Something I need to confirm with the suspect. Case is no longer your jurisdiction. Yeah, because you bastards pulled some shit. Older detective, are you Prosecutor Sae Nijima? There's a call from your director, who we know is sus. Hurry and get it over with. To be frank, you're being an inconvenience. Thought I ordered you to stand by. I'm responsible for the case, yet I'm not being allowed an interrogation? I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up. I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is my case. Good luck to you then. I won't be expecting much, though. Forgot to mention something important. Your time will be cut short. We can't permit you to talk with him for long. It's for your own sake. His methods are unknown. After all, we don't even know if it's safe to simply meet and speak with him. Which makes more sense because now we know she got a card from him, and they don't know the method he used. So they're like, he was targeting you. Okay, no, that makes more sense. This dialogue's a lot more sensible now. I like that. I like a bit of writing and dialogue where something can be read one way the first time, and then when you come back with better context, it's like, oh, this is actually what they meant. Well done making it this far, inmate. Now you have traversed your long, perilous recollection. You truly have entered the present. The effects of that drug are going to wear off soon. Here's your golden opportunity. You must grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin. The evil influence who wishes you dead is fast approaching. If you want to win this unreasonable game, if you wish to take back your stolen future, recall the bonds you formed with your allies, and grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin. Hey, achievement. Casino of Jealousy bankrupted. Finish the palace. I see. So that's what led to your ending up here. What a disappointing end to the hero of justice. I still can't believe it, but now I have a general idea of the methods you use for your crimes. There's much more I'd like to ask, but my allotted time is nearly up. I do have a suggestion, though. Care to strike a deal? If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your sentence. What do you want? I have responsibility to solve this case. I will win, even if it means brokering a deal with you. Oh, that's her angle. Oh, I like this. Your operation was leaked and you failed to change my heart. There's no point in being obstinate now. You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very existence. No, you guys just suck. You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty unless you accept my proposal. Moving forward, I will read a list of people who are closest to you in this case. Tell me honestly whether or not the following are involved with the Phantom Thieves. First, the friend you've been with since the day you transferred to Shujin, Ryuji Sakamoto. Victims of the Kamoshida case, Ann Takamaki. Yusuke Kirigawa. Futaba Sakura. Heiress of Okumura Foods. We're missing someone in there, aren't we? She didn't list her sister. Frequently probing student council president of Shujin Academy. My sister. Those are your accomplishments in the Phantom Thieves, are they not? I don't want to sell them out. So you won't sell out your friends? Let me change the question. I find it hard to believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes by themselves. Were there not others outside of your group who encouraged your crimes or lent their aid? Not to repeat myself, but remember that your life will be forfeit if your sentence is not lightened. Hey, Yuki. Happy... it's Wednesday for you. For me, is it Thursday for you? Happy Thursday, I think. You've had the cooperation of people outside your group, did you not? Tell me about them. Yeah, it's Thursday. Happy Thursday morning, Yuki. There were no such people outside of my group who helped me. I ain't snitching. So you won't speak a word about either your teammates or your collaborators. Correct. That is the correct decision. Do you even understand the position you're in? Let's discuss one other person. Goro Akechi. That little shit. There are reports he was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves as well. He was. Might he be a part of your team too? No, no, and no. Interesting. So he wasn't one of you. Very well. So be it. You clearly have no intention of bargaining with me. Even now, you're still acting as though you're a hero of justice. Your teammates have sacrificed you in order to escape, yet you wish to defend their honor. You didn't listen to my story. I love you, Sae. Oh, yeah. And then Sae's, like, shadow form. Like, Sae's version of, like, herself with the dress and the casino thing. Yeah, that one's good. Yeah, I'm being careful. I know you can get, like, a bad ending here if you do something wrong. You won't sacrifice. These choices are really important. Yeah, I know. I kind of figured. That's why I'm like, I'm not selling out my friends. I'm not selling out my companions. I wanted to sell out Akechi, but I couldn't. And that's an interesting one. You want to defend their honor. Why won't you talk about them? It goes against justice. Don't be ridiculous, you're not the one to decide such things. Yes, I am, in a lot of ways. You call this justice? Tell me, what is this justice you speak of? It wasn't about not forgiving criminals. Saving other people. What an awfully simple response. You continue to stand firm. Are you implying we have no evidence against you? You're right, we have nothing, and it doesn't help that your story sounds like a fairy tale. But how many people have fallen victim to this? We need to learn the truth. Truth, huh? I don't even know what's right anymore. It's all due to your strange story. What about the true culprit? After all this, you're still... The drug is starting to wear off. You're listening? The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act. I won't be deceived. I feel like I'm forgetting something important. You realized it too, then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me. Oh, Morgana picked up on Akechi knowing... Okay. Oh, that's nice. I'd have to go back and watch that VOD again. Because they had pancakes, and Morgana said something, and Akechi must have responded, which means he had been in the metaverse and seen Morgana as Mona. So he knew to expect that the cat could talk, and therefore could... Oh. Can you hear me? Your mind is clearing up. Fortunately, my time has run out. I find your story to be interesting. I won't be able to speak with you any longer. Don't you want to win? What are you getting at? That's right. No matter the results of this case, I won't be receiving credit. I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation. Interrogation room. That's right, if I remember. How did that thing we asked you to look into go? Nijima mentioned a special interrogation room, didn't she? Good, looks like we can make this work if we lure them there. Hey, are you listening? Our time's up, we're done talking here. Goodbye. Why did you come here? It might not be the right answer, but I'm curious. Why? It's my job. Don't ask me such odd questions. There's one last thing I want to ask you. There's something that's been bothering me for some time now. Recently, I was removed from my post as the head of this investigation and was told to remain on standby. A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act within some bizarre phenomenon. That's all I was told. You were told someone sold you out, correct? If that was true, who could it have been? Don't you have any idea? That's right, there's something I need to do. My suspicions were true in the end. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out. All that's left is to figure out a way to hand it over. It's all up to you, leader. Alright then. Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done. We'll be counting on you to pull this one off. Do you have an idea who sold you out? Yeah, I might. Oh, the music changed! Hell yeah! If you know something, you must tell me. I won't allow things to end like this. Well then don't pump a high schooler full of drugs, lady! If you want straight answers, don't drug me up first! The phone. I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of time until it's cracked. What's important about the smartphone? Are you going to unlock it and show me the data? Let's let her sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta figure out a way to show him the phone. What are you talking about? Didn't Makoto and the others tell you? You need to show your phone to the true culprit, the traitor. Hey, what are you trying to get at here? What about this smartphone? Show it to the true culprit. We should say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day, and with that room, my task will be simple. Thus, this dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. Need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to? I already told you. What do you... Oh my god. You're referring to him, aren't you? Yeah! I think so, yeah. You think? What are you plotting? I can't even begin to fathom it. It appears my time is up. This is as far as our conversation can go. This will be my last involvement with this case. Very well, I've listened to your whole story, so I might as well play along to the end. That honest look in your eyes, I used to view the world the same way too once. I'll place my bet on you. I just need to show him the phone, right? I feel as if Sae finally understands me. Hell yeah! Rank her up. Blood oath time for Sae Nijima! Hope I get something good for this. The ultimate secret of judgment, granting the infinite power. Cooperate as comrades who fight for justice and seek the truth. True justice. Using personas of judgment will now grant you XP burst. Sae has awakened to true justice. You can now view Satan, the most powerful persona of the Judgment Arcana. What? Why is Satan the most powerful Judgment Arcana? I'm going now. What good will this do, though? Why is Akechi here? Why do you seem so surprised? I didn't my director to step in and get access, and I was directly responsible for the case. How did you get approval? For the same reason you did. I'm heading up the investigation team, after all. It's only natural that I have the right to interrogate our culprit as well, don't you think? They assigned you command? That was a joke, of course. I'm merely here to assist with public security interrogation. In fact, I'm surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here, right? Nobody would ever know if things got a little violent. If I remember correctly, didn't you say there was another culprit besides the Phantom Thieves? That was but a lie I spread to set them up. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I had deceived you too. After all, if you wish to trick your enemies, you must first trick your allies. So it was you. You're the one who sold out the Phantom Thieves. Is there a problem? Does this phone look familiar to you? What is this phone? It belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I believe you'll need it for your investigation. Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves myself, remember? True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment. Good luck in there. It did something. What did it do? Oh, his mask slipped. Foolish woman. May I ask you to accompany me? Going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer makes me uncomfortable. Oh, he just straight up killed the guy. I owe you for all of this. Thanks. That's right, you and your little friends were vital to the plan, to our plan, and now it will be completed. Your popularity was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worthwhile. Okay. Yeah, cops with suppressors on their guns. That's fucked up. So you finally pierced it all together? Please don't shoot me in the head. Okay. But it did something that put it in the metaverse, which is a realm of cognition. So if he thinks he shot us, it'll look like it shot us. Did I fuck it up? It's still going. Shido, my job is complete. Don't call me by name. Regardless, all that's left to do is deal with the remnants. The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would simply amplify public frenzy. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over. Is there a possibility they'll want to avenge their leader? No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyways. They have no backbone without his guidance. Oh, you little bitch, you. You don't know what's waiting for you. I will keep my eye on them just in case, though. I'll be counting on you. They live their lives cowering in fear of death, an apt punishment for obstructing our work. Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well. Understood. I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all. More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will be quite busy once the word gets out. I need to prepare my comments on the matter. Prepare to deal with it on my end as well. Beyond that, what of the director of the Special Investigations Unit? Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon. No, it can't be. Even me? God damn it. You knew too much, buddy. What was all that about, showing him this phone? Alibaba? Ooh. Futaba? How do you know I have this? Goro Akechi is evil. He didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? The guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after destroy the evidence, though. Playing this in Japanese? Yeah, I've got the Japanese audio for it. Wanted to listen to it in that rather than English, just to hear the original, like, intonation and how they put emphasis on stuff. Don't trust the guard either, he's an accomplished as well. Now then, I'll tell you the detailed steps to take. You have to save Deuscain VTuber, which is what I named my character. You want me to save him? Metaverse. Okay. What is it? Interrogation room guard, nothing. What brings you here? I thought you were done with your business. Did anyone else stop by? Nobody? There's no reason for anyone else to come down here. So it's all true. Or is this true? Is something the matter? Akechi had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today. I've been asked to handle things instead. But... You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life. And don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody, forget this ever happened. Yeah, man, go to the country, work on the farm. Now we return to our continuing report. The police announced they detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be... You got caught, that group sure was something. Actually got me thinking, how about you do an idol theme, you know, that's cool. The one behind this was just a minor. Sitting quickly, they announced his arrest. The police must surely be confident in the outcome of this case. Left visiting so abruptly, I was worried about you. Second year, you still doing track and field? You'll be here lurking, hope you have a good stream? Thank you, Yuki. Hope you have a good one too. Or good night. Good day. Whatever. Yes. Number of charges but against him. You seem stumped for once. Not feeling it today? Not chiding you, just do as normal in your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future. A single bird. Normal, right. So high school student. Do you think he was contacting the others? The police can search any online communications. Accomplices may slip up eventually. Data stream cowboy. Given lack of physical violence, the method is a mystery. Police are looking into attempted murder charges. Never turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time. Your grades are excellent and your student council president. Sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one phantom thief should have followed your example. Your hero was caught, some high schooler. They're not saying who he was. Why did he turn to a life of crime? Receive information the young man was placed on probation for assault. Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there. Your father can rest in peace now. That phantom thief could never have changed anything. A handful of people are qualified to alter the world. Fuck you, buddy. Been coming home late, that's what I heard. Breaking young mood. Breaking news, young man committed suicide. Police have confirmed his death. Suspect committed suicide while in custody, which is the story. But I didn't die because of reasons. Difficult to uncover his method now. Maybe that's why he decided to take this course of action. We kept almost everybody in the dark on this app, didn't we? It was Morgana and Futaba, and that's it, wasn't it? We lied to everybody. We're doing the same thing Akechi did. Oh, we got him. Oh, I was wrong. Wait, Ryujin kept a secret? What the fuck do they mean Ryujin kept a secret? That guy can't keep his mouth shut to save anybody. It seems as though you've been killed. But why? Why did you have to die? Because Akechi's a bitch, that's why. Do you remember? You forgot an important fact while your consciousness was hazy. Your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom. What a tremendous plan. Might you be capable of executing such feat? Let me rouse the memories which are missing. So did I not make a right choice? First time I sensed something was off, during the school festival. They're going? You realized it too, then. There was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he would have could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me. He's up to something. Probably. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway in that TV station. There's no that this is the first time he's heard my voice. This whole deal feels sketchy. We should be careful. Yeah. Alright, let's get everyone on the team on the same page right away. There's something else we want you to look into. One more person has been on our mind. If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation. That'll be tough. You can do it, Futaba. You'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone. So that's why she stole this phone. She needed something. I got a plan. What kind of plan? An incredible one. Futaba's gonna do something? I wonder if it'll be okay. It's gonna be fun, I can't wait. So we're going to use this place. It'll be a gamble. I think it's gonna work, you can't tell a thing. You finally remember. This game is not over, there are still things that must be done. My memories are starting to become clear, that's right. This is what really happened to me at that moment. He was a shadow because we're in the metaverse. That's what the phone did. She showed him the phone, and it popped us into the metaverse. So he killed a shadow and shot fake me. I'm not sure. God, it's been like an hour here. Holy crap. Execute accomplices too. So he has to be guilty. He's expected to commit suicide, justice for the catchy. He's a murderer, he deserved to die. You know, fluff you all. Fluff you all. Evening. I'm exhausted. Feels like my consciousness is about to fade away. Here you are, right. Oh, and there's my ad break. Alright, I'm going to do a BRB. We'll be back in a few minutes, folks. Alright, we are back. Give me a sec to swap back to the right scene. Also, Vexing, thank you for the lurk. Looking at social... Damn it. Why did it break again? Curses. Refresh that. Refresh that. There we go. I was looking at social media a little bit earlier. Or a little bit over break, and a person I gave some money to for them to be able to get a piece of art finally got the delivered art back. So, super happy. Definitely check out my Twitter if you want to see the art they got. Because, yeah, had a moment of like, somebody being like, oh, that's really good. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty awesome. And they're like, do you think I should get it? And I'm like, yeah, go do it. Bet. And like, oh, I will. Bet. And then I sent them money in Ko-Fi to go get it. And they're like, why did you do that? I'm like, well, because it's the end of the month and, you know, times are tough and money gets tight and, you know, now you don't have to worry about being able to afford it. And turns out my intuition was spot on, because that is exactly the situation. And somebody got a nice thing because I was able to help. So, it's a good feeling. Sae, hey, are you alright? Don't fall asleep until we've reached our destination. Are you listening? Could this be the effect of the drug wearing off? Memories I thought were gone are starting to come back. Are you listening? Yeah, I am. We need to talk about how to get out of this situation. Futaba was monitoring Kechi's phone. It was confirmed that he did have an ulterior motive. It was on a completely different level than just that. Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns. His offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill Deuscain. If we go into Sis' palace as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces. To think he would be this far gone, I know what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring the police squad from reality into the palace. If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment. This is really just a setup to shift the blame onto us. He made us go after Okamura, then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him. And he told us he'd seen the true culprit, but it was him this entire time. The whole time he was working with Makoto's sister, he was really some homicidal maniac. We gotta take that bastard to catch you down. Isn't that recording we got proof enough to do it? He's merely a tool. His orders come from somewhere else. The grand mastermind behind all of this. An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect inside of a police station. Once we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi. Very true. What means do we have of learning his identity? We'll have to make Akechi say it, though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us. I think that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. Once he realizes it's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately. We got no choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion. But if we go into the palace like we're told, Deuscain will get arrested and then Akechi will kill him. Palace. Something I'd like to say regarding... We can use the palace to our advantage. What's this all of a sudden? There's a way. Way to get past Akechi and the mastermind to lay all of us off, all while learning his identity. He wants to kill Deuscain, why not let him? That is inside of a palace. We could have him kill the cognitive Deuscain while believing the real one. While believing he killed the real one. That's it. So basically, I'm like a pseudo shadow that they shot, which makes sense. Listen closely, everyone. I have a plan for how we'll carry this operation out. So that's what the phone did. It was not only the, it was not only something that got him into the metaverse, but but also affected his cognition, so he saw the cognitive us rather than the real one. And if these have fallen silent, police intending to continue this investigation until the case is fully solved. Sorry I'm late, I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they? Waiting upstairs? Go tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him. You're her sister, correct? Because who told me everything? Futaba, sorry I caused you so much trouble this past summer. It's ancient history now. Man, that goddamn detective. Look who's here. You big bastard. How have you been? Ghostly. You're not floating. It's truly a relief to see your face. I bet that Mora and Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet. How'd you pull this off? Isn't that guy considered dead? You weren't told anything. I heard my sister brought him here, though. Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him the same. It was right after they announced he had died. Too, almost gave me a heart attack. I didn't have time to explain. Shouldn't we tell the boss what really happened? We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead. What we did was make the enemy kill his fake in the metaverse. Hold on a sec. Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about? The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity. True culprit? See, so you guys were going up against someone else. It was Akechi Goro. You knew beforehand he was the traitor, didn't you? Akechi messed up. Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake. Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit? That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would believe something like that. Very true, yes. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move. I can't keep up with any of this stuff. So what was the mistake Akechi made? What did he do? He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice. You mean our cat? Morgana can talk. Sorry, was that supposed to be a joke? Our apologies, it's completely true. Does that mean he said something just now as well? But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first. When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely. Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured something was up. When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. We saw him drop a mega hit way earlier. I'm going to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here. Am I mistaken? I heard something about delicious... Because Mona said it! Oh... Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi had already been in the metaverse by then. Since he was lying about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us. It seemed rather odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one after all. We got lucky. That said, we weren't so naive to overlook something like that. That's why we asked Futaba to wiretap his phone. I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planning my app. My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though. Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly. Futaba's quirky nature proved to be quite a great help. It was just an act. After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal. I guide the police to her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security question will occur on the first day, and with that room, my task will be simple. The guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though. So they plan on getting rid of that guard from the beginning. Well then, I'll make the arrangements the day after the arrest, and thus the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdown shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil, as will I, of course. I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone. He was no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes. On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority, so great they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did. I see. They baited Akechi into Sisa's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him. Can you elaborate on in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world? Sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed. We required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality. That place is based on the real world, after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal. That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse. Back with Kamoshida, we came from a station without noticing. Not until we got to school. You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around. We had already investigated Nijima's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us. I was impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't understand, but we went with it. It was a good idea. It's good to have her heading up our operations. She's normally calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive. I did have a bit of rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore when she became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all. My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. Sorry I couldn't see that. That goes for both of us. We heard from Mako-chan that you were doing the interrogations. Regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop. Yeah, we did. Go on. Two things we were able to confirm when we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Secondly, the scenery and details outside the palace proper were the same in the real world. Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check out without Akechi knowing. There's one more thing we needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room. Since he had yet to be caught, though, there wouldn't be anyone in that room. Once we saw the casino guests and the police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people. After that, we just had to work our way into the palace, as usual, keeping Akechi in the dark. Everything went as planned until we defeated Sisa's shadow. It was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. Result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse. Except that was all an act. We prepared an empty briefcase beforehand and merely acted like we were taking the treasure. This was because we knew the police would be coming for us. We made sure before the operation the police would be waiting to ambush us. Inspected, he totally took the bait. Me getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it, and I've been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. How did you lure Ketchy into this cognitive world's interrogation room? All I needed were the coordinates. She used this laptop to remotely access the metaverse. Asking her about it now would drag this conversation too long. I should talk to her later. She disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he'd been victorious. It's been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber. That's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me. It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself. There was no time. All I could do was try and handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. In other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment. In experience, there's little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time. That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid his escape. By having you head to the interrogation room, we could return to you. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well. I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into a Ketchy mid-assassination. Oh! Hadn't the slightest idea a grand operation was taking place within me. I'm glad I was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Ketchy's plan, we were pretty worried about that part. True. Why is that? Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakdown would never have been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult her beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan. I'm surprised you convinced me such a time. Were you confident you could do it? Probably because we sold your treasure. Sure, I'll seem cocky though. Anyway, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea. If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize I was telling the truth and there was a greater evil to pursue. As a result, we emerged victorious. And the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit. Yes, plus you lost control of yourself at the time. It's stunning, all I can really do is laugh. Kind of figured out it's you guys that made Akechi kill a fake. What did you do about the body? The police never even checked it. They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. The coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate. Bad guys have that much influence, huh? Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator. Thanks to Futaba's message and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. Since the higher-ups of the police station knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, the suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news just as Akechi planned. With that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima's help. I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived. Thinking back to the interrogation, I can't believe they did that to you. Callous use of violence and even drugs was utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm truly glad you made it back safe. Yeah, it was close. I almost became one of your assailants as well. Still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though. Made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart. I knew right away our plan worked out. Of course you did, Ryuji. I wanted to believe it considering what we were up against. Ryuji's dense on the carefree side. I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down, but I finally feel relieved. We knew he was alive, but it was difficult not to worry until we could confirm it in person. And I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. Would a joke letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die? They just wanted to avoid backlash. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you. Hell yeah! You saved me, after all. I'll do whatever I can to help too, just let me know. Infinite coffee! Infinite coffee, Sojiro. Let's take a break for now, this old brain is pooped. Oh, and feel free to use the first room when you guys want to get together to talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe, just say the word and I'll close shop early. Are you sure? This guy can't leave, you won't be able to make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. Not like this place is the liveliest joint in town, it won't be a huge loss for me. Let's accept his offer, what a great man. Hey Shido. Deuscain VTuber. That sounds familiar. The death certificate of the principal offender? Is there a problem with it? No. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors. Cause of death for the director has been settled as a stroke. I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned. Thanks to his efforts, I could enter the Phantom Thieves interrogation room too. SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections. At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves. All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine. In our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives. The election is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd, and voting will be held on the 18th. Doesn't matter to us, it's not like we can vote in them anyways. Why don't we resume our conversation? Phantom Thieves are back together, we can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard back at him. Who's behind all this? Akechi let that slip up after the murder. He said Shido-san. I've heard that somewhere. Mistakenly a man of power if he had such strong connections to the police. Masayoshi Shido? He's a politician. He said his speech was too loud. Certainly possible Shido's the mastermind. Do you have some kind of evidence? In the material, however, there are various conditions which align with the possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance towards the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next prime minister if he wins this upcoming election. Did he set us up with the election in mind? If he's behind all this, that would be a stark opposition to his honest public image. So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses. We'll make him have a change of heart no matter what it takes. What's the matter? Oh, I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this. Just from my connections I had at my previous job. I think the one who crushed Wakata's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. There wasn't anything I could do, so I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding. Why didn't you say something sooner? You guys would have gone right after him if I had. He would have killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way. Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding psychotic breakdowns. I tracked down the whereabouts of the research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. Never imagined all of this was connected. The shutdowns, the psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and the Phantom Thieves' actions. Back then, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though. What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes Prime Minister? What about the world? The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public. We gotta expose that rotten bastard. We'll do it like always. Let's check the nav. Got a hit. Oh, duh, ain't it surprised he has one. Where would the location be? What kind of things go through a politician's head? Dirty money and shady actions? What does he do and where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life. What would his palace be? Because it's a location. So, like, the main governmental buildings, maybe? Or, like, the House of Representatives? Or is he just, like, one of the people, like, all of Tokyo or all of Japan? Somewhere politicians reside. Or politicians frequent. Any idea? The Diet Building? We got a hit. How arrogant he must be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building. Our next target's big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right? We have to. Nobody against it? Of course. You'll be a worthy opponent. Let's win this together. Revenge time! All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet building place is. That's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse. An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff. We'll have to deal with that before the election day on the 18th. That means we have to get it done by the 17th. It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue. Well, we start tomorrow then. We can meet at the Diet Building after school. That reminds me, what are you going to do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead. Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons. That's what I told the school. Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing will be for nothing. I'm gonna call my wife. I'm gonna absolutely call my beloved maid wife and let her know I'm alive. The operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He ruined countless lives and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal. We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal. Everyone's gonna flip. Ryuji, we're intellectuals, you know? That's why you needed a daring trick, is getting captured and appearing to be killed. With frightening teenagers. The true battle has only just begun. We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes. Any time to be celebrating. These people tried to trap and kill us. There's no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We need to be prepared for whatever may come our way. I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met. Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal. Think I would fall for the ruse schemed up by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You said you promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane. I made those troublesome opponents psychotic and erased any traces of that scandal. Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or a mental shutdown? When someone like that said he'd come to support me, I suspected there'd be an ulterior motive. It's because I sympathize with your aspiring ideology. Oh, that's ass-kissing if there ever was one. He is lying through his teeth still. I believe your ideals need to be achieved for the sake of the country's future. My faith in you is precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only needed you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works. How did Akechi get the power then? She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied. Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we have an active public prosecutor's office director on our side until recently. Astonishing, isn't it, to think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. I was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked the information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself. This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and doesn't even bother. Only ruin awaits us. I agree. No need to be ruined along such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse. It would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals, which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turned into psychotics, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. Thus the charismatic ace detective was born. Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy. When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome. They were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame onto them. When you told me that, I knew then you were the better man. The popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals, never mind the fact that they're my doing. So wow, fuck you, Shido. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned. The time has finally come, just a little more and I'll take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal, that's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others. In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world. Public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That's my duty as the chosen one. You aren't the chosen one, you're just the dick. Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant you whatever wish you want. For this most recent case, my name has been known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that can control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies. I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires. I am thinking about the future, though. Oh, you have plans. Things have finally settled down. Life's gonna get real busy for you starting tomorrow. Get some rest. By the way, police report on your death isn't gonna show up at school. No worry. Nijima worked some kind of deal with the higher-ups or something. They haven't even said anything to me yet. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine. If they reported your death now, they're basically saying you're a Phantom Thief. They can't really go announcing what the Phantom Thieves are, so I'm sure they'll avoid that. I'm glad you're back safe and sound. You had it rough in there. Only a little. Akechi was after you all along. I knew it was risky, but we had no choice but to depend on him. Thanks to your tenacity, we were able to fool him. It's payback time. Let's make him regret underestimating the Phantom Thieves. Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip? That kind of came in handy. How so? No, I put a wiretap at Akechi's phone? Basically, that let me see the GPS info for 2 phones, his and yours. I'd be able to tell the precise moment Sae Nijima, who had your phone, ran into Akechi. So I saw my chance at beep, sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator. But there was the chance they just passed each other without saying a single word. That's why we needed you to tell Sae Nijima to show the phone to Akechi. Plan surprises me no matter how many times I hear it. Well, I couldn't just directly hack into the Metaverse Navi, it's a mysterious app. But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you need to do is push the button. Making the phone think he was pushing the button that was totally doable. Okay, so that's what they did. God, that's like an hour and 45 minutes of just solid plot. I'll head home, go to bed, alright? You won't be going to school for a while. Don't worry about it, this will be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. We'll have all the time to come up with plans together. To be honest, I don't care what happens to Shido one way or the other. And I consider the fact that he's your enemy, it's natural he's my enemy as well. I'm going to stay with you until the very end. Until then, we should get some sleep. You know, something Futaba said before. You were in a pinch in the palace. She picked up reading of someone who came to rescue. What was that? It was Kasumi. We better let her know you're safe now. I'll lend you a hand with that. Yeah, because I can't leave, but but Mona can. Come on, leak his name. Akechi did it. He's a hero. Akechi's back. I hope they catch the rest. He's amazing. Sure he is. There's no point even having an election. Shido's gonna win. Of course, he's the only reliable politician. Plus, the current government has been getting wrapped up in scandal after scandal. Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him. Like, he can fix whatever problems we have. Doesn't really matter to me who does it. I just want to see our society back on track. Especially after it turned out those Phantom Thieves were nothing more than scum in the end. I'll show you. I heard you went home, so I announced it during homeroom. Are you okay? I am, thanks. You're alive. The news is reporting you committed suicide. Call me when you can. I was so confused, but as long as you're safe. Don't worry about school. Just take care of yourself. Hell yeah. Maid wife. Is the true leader of the Phantom Thieves died? How could the police let him commit suicide in jail? They need to get their shit together. Quiet down, you're in class. No swearing. Only I'm allowed to swear. Adult rules. Break's been over for quite some time now. That's why you're like monkeys in a zoo. Oh yeah, I received from VTuber's family. He'll be absent for a bit. Jeez, what do you people think school is anyways? It's almost time. It says it's almost time, but it's only like 10 after 10 in the morning. Yoshizawa? It can't be true, can it? Please tell me you're okay. I'm all good. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. Reports, suicide reports all over the news. Kawakami said you went back home. I was honestly worried about contacting you. Even Sakamoto was dodging questions when I tried to ask him. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. By the way, the fan site's a real mess now. I'll keep supporting you from the shadows. Good luck. You don't need to worry about it in here, but try not to do anything to draw attention. Today's your day off. Eat your curry and take it easy. You can take your time with it too. It's not like any customers are going to be showing up. Let's try and think of a keyword once the Chief's curry has energized you. Yeah, what's the keyword for Shido's palace? Yoshizawa? You figured out the keyword yet? I tried all sorts of stuff, no luck. It's hard to understand the thought process of a criminal mastermind like him. But wondering, if he's behind all those mental shutdowns, doesn't that mean all the weird accidents from these past few years were his fault? Like that subway accident in April. Now that you mention it, that accident lost the Minister of Transport his job. Are you trying to say Shido caused the accident? But it's a subway. Does he not care about innocent lives? He seems to be truly unbelievable. Supposedly there are still a ton of victims from that at the hospital even now. How many people has he killed over the years? How can we understand what goes on in the mind of such a horrible man? It wouldn't be fast if we just go there and try and think about it on site? Let's try that. If we're gonna go, I'd like Deuscain to join, but will that be okay? Won't somebody spot him there? We'll probably figure out the keyword in no time once we're there. I can throw off anyone who trails us with blazing speed. Alright. We're going there with the intent of not being seen. Let's meet in front of the Diet Building and force that bastard's palace open. Make sure you aren't discovered. Yeah, Akechi's gonna show up. There's a non-zero chance Akechi's gonna show up. You're going out? You gotta be kidding me. Realize you're done for if you get caught, right? The stunts you pull sometimes. Just don't stay out too late. Akechi isn't here. So again at once, police cars are making the rounds, we can't stay too long. What does he think of the Diet Building? No, it's not Mount Fuji. Not mansion. Gonna subjugate everybody as prime minister. Not a school. An arena. Imperial palace. It's no good. Could we get internet now? Maybe we shouldn't have called me here. You think he's guarding his whole palace with a barrier? Stole the cognitive Sae research. Maybe it has some special move written on it. Is that even possible? Who knows? There's nothing like that in the notes I saw. What a person is Shido? I can't figure him out. I did some light research on him last night, but I couldn't grasp on the type of man he is. The man over there is a legislator. I'll try asking him. Excuse me, I'm a member of the newspaper club at my high school. Can I speak with you for a moment? What kind of man, what kind of person is Representative Shido? What's he think about the national diet? His stance is dedication for the country. That's how he's garnered everyone's trust. He's an admirable man of action with first-class determination. I'd say he's a model politician. I believe he'll help create a wonderful future in which young adults like you can live with ease. Exemplary answer? Makes sense he wouldn't tell teenagers anything unnecessary. Look over there, he's on a walkie-talkie. Is it about us? That doesn't look good. You leave at once, tomorrow's a day off. Let's have an early strategy meeting at LeBlanc. We should all think about this tonight. I mean, is it the country? Is it... Phantom thieves are no more. This country's citizens are still living their days in anxiety. These scandals only increase our distrust in the current government. As a citizen myself, I'm enraged. What does it mean to be a politician with responsibility? Working towards personal gain without consideration of the country is outrageous. This election's public notification is tomorrow. No matter where I go, people are cheering for Shido. Everyone being deceived easily. They're looking into Shido's interviews online. They all sound so goddamn fake. I checked his profile as well. I couldn't find much outside his title and education. 53 years old, he's gone from being a metropolitan assemblyman to a representative. Though he's a cabinet minister, he's split from the ruling party to form the United Future Party. He's a cabinet minister? Especially appointed to the position, that's his current title. And they also won a contest for people who would be most like to have as their boss. The news sites write of him as he's sure to become prime minister. What's the meaning behind his words? In order to save this country that's been tainted by villains, social reform is essential. That's all the love for Shido. I get no one knows the truth, but it still creeps me out. Alright. Bought all of those. Higher tier products. Does the plant need tending? Yes, we must tend to the plant. Let's make some tools. Make it alone. Yeah, let's just make the rest of the air cannons. Alright. What's the keyword for his palace, though? Because he sees himself as a hero, but like... I don't know. This guy's really delusional. Did he do it or not? Let's put it into the case, just like Shido said. Shido, Shido, Shido. What do you need? Stop making me worried. I'm glad you're okay. I got nervous when I saw the news. I'll be at the clinic if you need medicine. Finish eating before people show up. I think it's the keyword. Maybe it's something like Tokyo or Japan. Perhaps he truly does have a barrier. We know all the way up to diet building, too. You enter keywords into the Metaverse Navigator. Can you turn on the TV? Cheeto might be on. Him and his stupid composed face. I know, right, Futaba? He's very punchable. Is it sure you withdrew yourself from the media as part of your plan to capture the Phantom Thieves? Apologize for causing a stir. Required a lot of courage to openly oppose them when their popularity was at its peak. People often laugh, shout at me online and whatnot. It was your plan when you said they weren't at fault when their popularity declined. I had to catch them off guard. I could say I applied my profiling knowledge. Once they lost their public support, someone they thought was their greatest enemy lent a hand. That's the same strategy used in romance, wouldn't you agree? I see you treating as an ace detective of justice. See his face everywhere. No one's hoping for our comeback on the fan site at all. Then if these are evil, Shido and Ketchy are just. It should be the other way around. They're manipulating information using the media. Were there any instances before when you didn't know the palace keywords? There's Futaba's. We didn't know anything about her, so what we could do was make conjecture. Why don't we just go and see Shido? He's surrounded by bodyguards and followers. No way high schoolers can get an appointment with him either. We do have an adult with us. That's impossible, besides that's too dangerous a method. It's a problem. What's with the ruckus outside? Election campaign car? Oh, he's here. Ooh, this is getting spicy. We also have an ad break coming up. So you know what? Let's pause it here. Let's take that ad break and we'll come back to this spicy thing going on here. But be back in a few minutes, folks. Alright, everybody, we are back. So, let's hop back in here. Excuse me. So when we left off for the ad break, we were trying to figure out a way into Shido's palace. And we can't figure out the keyword of what he thinks his palace is. We're like, well, you know, the last time we got stuck on this, we went and asked him about it. So why don't we just do that with Shido? Oh, that's never going to happen. There's no way we're ever going to get a chance to be close to him. And then because it's a campaign trail, he's literally like in the neighborhood. So sounds like the same voice I heard back then. Talk about being lucky, we can go check him out without an appointment now. Ryuji ran off towards the station. That way, hurry. Something happened. You didn't seem well a moment ago. Rebuild the nation. Live with criminals. Live with scandals and criminals. Children carry the burden of the next generation. Can be proud of their country. The nation can be once again become powerful one with abundant wealth and luxury. A beautiful home will be acknowledged as the best country in the world. Cast your vote for me. Let us sail forward toward a happy future together. That's the guy? Wait here, I'll go get intel. Ryuji, no. I just want to talk to him for a sec. He's a busy man. The hell, ain't he supposed to hear a citizen's comments? You're that asshole we met at the hotel before, at the elevators. What are you talking about? You don't want to know what happens when you cross me. That voice. Customer base has changed since I was here. Have they started a daycare? This ain't a show. Get lost, kid. This man, there's no mistake. He's the same man as the one from before. Country's filled with clueless children. I worry for Japan's future. Let's go. My next appointment is coming up. He's not the type of person to ever pay attention, which is how he stared right at us and didn't know. What a piece of shit. What do you think after seeing him in person? He's the one who accused me. Hey, he's the jerk you told us about before? The same guy? For real? Seriously? You're sure? Shido's the one who ruined your life. Let's get going, okay? Shido's the guy who set you up? What kind of fate brought you two back together? I want to know myself. Talk about a destined connection. Shido was involved in the cognitive research too. This can't be dismissed as a coincidence. God, what the hell's going on here? He was already a politician then, yet he sued a student and ruined his future? Must have pulled some strings so his name wouldn't be mentioned. Furthermore, he also would have had to force that woman into making a false statement. He'd do anything. We're talking about a man who ordered a hit inside the police station. Exactly. He can't sit still until he crushes whoever opposes him, no matter how trivial. He's always been that way. What a piece of shit. Children of the future, my ass. What's he saying and what he's saying and doing are completely different. You found out who did it? Can't something be done about my record? Once the courts have made a judgment, overturning that decision will be difficult. It'd barely be possible if proof of innocence is presented and Shido admits to his crimes. At the rate, we need to trigger a change of heart in him. Be that as it may, his outer appearance and his true face are wholly different. It's beyond hypocritical as if he's an entirely different person. Speaks about the good of the country, makes me wonder what's really on his mind. That man's full of ambition to rise in the world. He only thinks of the weak as stepping stones for his success. Treats himself as an elite man while looking down on others. That's the worst. The key word for what he believes the diet building will be despicable too. Something self-centered and completely different from politics. Someone like him needs to be punished as soon as possible. Let's head to the diet building again right after school tomorrow. I feel we'll get it this time. Stewing over it won't get anywhere. We have to do this. The guy behind everything turned out to be your archenemy. What an oddly poetic twist. You have those clothes. You'd stand out if everyone else is wearing their school uniforms. Might be a good idea to wear your uniform when you head out. We're making curry. Two master curries. There's a higher voter turnout at the selection. It's going to be an easy win for Shido. He got really famous from this Phantom Thieves business. He's on track to become Prime Minister. I guess I should be on Shido's side. Paying attention to the news lately, aren't you proud of me? Don't you leave it on hoping that Ketchy will be there. Not that I blame you, he's a real hero. Shido's even more amazing. He's the first politician I've ever believed in. I know Shido too, he really wants to improve the country. Yeah. It's not true the leader of the Phantom Thieves died, right? Everything's fine. Kid will be at the arcade. Nice. After school. Security guards became suspicious last time. We can't stay here for long. Still have no hit. There's no barrier. Ryuji, you said it. There clearly can't be a thing. You are the Ron Weasley of this. Real game starts at 2 outs. Citizens are secondary. He only cares about his own well-being and that of his lackeys. Become Prime Minister even if it means trampling over others. Fortune, rich people. Can you think of anything based on what you've heard from him? Try guessing anything. It doesn't matter if you get what you guess. Fools like you just need to shut your mouths and follow where I steer this country. A ship? What kind of scenery will that be? Buildings on land. Anything changed? We went in, right? The guards are gone. It'll be difficult to hope certain. Seems similar to what happened with Sis's palace. But the building remains unchanged. But the gate wasn't open before. Mona's appearance is different? So we're definitely in a palace.
そっちはどう？何かいる？
いや、いたって普通だ。
チェックしてみる。ん？なんだこれ？
どうした双葉？双葉？なんだ？
You're already on the ship. It's like a cruise ship. Even though the country may sink, he alone will survive. This is bullshit. Country the children can be proud of my ass. It's completely sunken in his head. Guy like this stands above everyone when seriously done for. This is beyond ridiculous. Same goes for Kechi. You should have seen the scenery as well, yet he aided Shido. What in the world is he thinking? Is it for glory or reward? My father died because of someone like this. We gotta sink Shido instead of this country. A palace with not just the center of distortion, but the entire country sunken. Can't believe there's someone with this tremendous of a desire. This will be completely different from the past palaces. Let's take his treasure. Business as usual. See, Makoto's has my back. We haven't failed yet, so if we calmly give this our all, the results will surely follow. Let's put an end to this by December 17th, the day before the elections. Let the infiltration begin. Let's pay him back for setting us into a trap. Our clothes aren't changing. I guess he doesn't see us as a threat yet. Speaking of which, shouldn't Deuscain be disguising himself on the way here? Seeing someone in disguise with a bunch of kids in school uniforms would be super weird, though. We won't have to worry about any of this once we steal his treasure. Let's do it. The Velvet Room isn't here either. A masquerade. I understand why he might see us as a threat, but why are even the passengers wearing masks? You think they're trying to be phantom thieves like Nora was with that beauty thief stuff? Whatever the reason, it reflects Shido's mentality. He doesn't view others normally. Given the insane nature of his distortion, I'm surprised they even look like people. It's very likely we'll end up in battles from here on forward. Be on your guard. Oh, is that a Nue? No, that's not a Nue. We already found Nue. Ow. Guard dog of Hades. Resisted that. So that's standard damage. That did nothing. Reflection worked. Let's heal. I need to add somebody back into the party. I only have 3 people.
何の余興かな。
ほんと、この船に乗っている限り。
なんだこの連中。
指導の船に乗れたことで、もう自分。
I don't think they're gonna be getting any harm. Put Ann in, I guess?
それ、宝箱だ。お楽しみの時間だな。
暴いてやる。
And we're ripping off your face, buddy. Bloodthirsty Demoness. Nuke. Sae. Blocked. Level up for Futaba.
ちょっと相手になりません。宝箱発見ね。ジョーカー、どうするの？
正体を見せろ。
Yeah, we're attacking the dog.
戦力は5分で、油断は禁物よ。ペルソナ。 ちょうどいいのが。
Free spray? Alright, it is that. Nuke. Oh, nice. I'm just gonna kill him. Oh, it's still up. Help me, I won't tell Shido. Give me your power. Why did you come all the way here? Efforts of humans pitiful. Humans use lies to trick and deceive others all the time. Looks like you cornered me. How do you know this isn't a trick? How do I know you're really winning? It's the truth. Fine, be a bit defeated. I am Cerberus? No, no you're not. That's a terrible Cerberus. $55, good lord. Fire and severe physical damage to one enemy. That is a chariot card.
また新たな仮面を増や
Place the other chariot I have because I definitely don't need it anymore.
さて研ぎ澄ませ。
Alright. Yeah, that's not gonna do much to Anne.
火炎は効かないわよ。灼熱が弱点。ちゃんと持ってる？使うからね。
Free spray on you.
私たちに任せて、ジョーカー。
Showtime! Yeah, the wrestling one!
さーて覚悟はいい？デザートは決めるわよ。オッケー、いくよ。これでとどめ。決まったね。少し見すぎた。
Pop, pop!
外したくなることもある。ラスト1回やっちまえ。敵は氷結が弱点ね。うまくついていきましょう。
エクストリームウィンド。
さすがジョーカー。勝ててよかったね。
Alrighty, got him.
お疲れ様。
よし
終了ね。
研ぎ澄ませ。
先に行きましょう。みんな頑張れ。
Blow acquired.
火炎は効かないわよ。
Strong to nuke, but it's fine against everything else.
命拾いしたわね。
Oh, come on!
ジョーカーダウン。取られる前に大技できないか。
Alright, that's gonna block.
テレルソーダ。と。いいよ。ここから反撃だ。火炎は効かないわよ。
Oh, it has substantially cooler moves than the one I caught. That's why. It's gonna weaken this thing a little bit. Heal people, please.
感謝です。ありがとね。クイーンがダウン。
Crit ain't good.
炎が。ノアール炎上中。このままじゃ体力が持たないぞ。ペルソナ。こうです。誰かとどめよう。
Anything that has ice. No, I don't.
この技じゃない。やめてもらう。よし
Alright, let's get some healing in. Oh, so much my team can't do anything against this guy.
ここはペルソナで。はい。ご覧あけませ。まだ生きてる。火炎は効かないわよ。ごめんね。
俺が前に出る。早く終わりにしろ。
ちゃんと狙って。
Are you kidding? He missed.
ペルソナ。回避もあるが攻撃をかわした。ペルソナ。これもまた私。力不足で。
I don't like fighting these dogs.
ボックス。抵抗しないで。
Yeah, I'm killing you. You're way too annoying.
これで敵はそうする。
さて、
よし、
何
倒せたわね。みんな無事よね。宝箱ね。開けてみない？
Alright, what's in the chests?
何か
I can sense the treasure's presence.
おい。
I'm going to the safe room. That's where I'm going, Morgana.
おい。
Yeah, we're using Ryuji or somebody like that to heal. These doors are obviously suspicious. I wonder what's through them here.
カードキー刺すみたいな穴。
There's slots that stick something in like a key card, and there's 5 of them. 475 people in favor, 0 against.
何か聞こえ。
As there's no one against the plan, the bill will be unanimously passed as drafted.
指導の声か。
ここが見た目通り議事堂なら。
Truly, the representative chambers as written. Beyond must be the main assembly hall.
本会議場。
The what now? Yeah, the guy who didn't pay attention to
よ
school.
く映る大きなホールよ。
It's the conference room that's usually seen on the news.
ああ。あれな。
What are they doing inside?
何を提言しても。
Most likely a meaningless vote, one in which whatever Shido proposes will always go unopposed. He's doing whatever he wants by keeping only his supporters in there.
入るにはどうすればいいんだ。
What do we do to get in? Should we find the key cards?
指導の取り巻きになるとか。
We need some kind of qualification, one that vows to be his follower or swear loyalty.
要は味方の証明
We need to prove we're on his side. We'll have to pretend.
切り替え早いわ。
けど資格ってなんだ。
What's this qualification thing about?
船にいるお客さんに
Let's ask the guests on the ship.
その発想はな。聞くのは悪くない。ここの客は指導が考えてる認知上の。確かに。
だがあくまでもここのある。
The rule here is that evil Shido. Wouldn't be surprised if they did turn hostile.
そっか。もちろん覚悟は必要だ。
We should prepare for the worst, of course. I think we'll at least be able to talk to them. The ship is most likely an ark loaded with those that Cheetah believes are worth keeping alive. It certainly explained the luxury cruise ship. I doubt idiots who can't even hold a conversation would be here. You must believe that no one shows their true face to anyone else, just like him. The treasure is behind this door. We hit the jackpot, let's go talk to the others. VIP was part of the nobility, that's why he can enter the sacred place. He's not easily seen either. Why would somebody of his stature always be by the poolside? For some reason, but not for swimming. You have the elegance and refinement sorely lacking in ordinary citizenry. Such flattery, a high-class aura emanates from you as well. There's some kind of sadist for making me get info on complete strangers, Joker. I'll do it. I'm going to avenge my mom. So we can't go in yet. I'm not entirely sure how to speak to people here. I either remain silent or spoke in simple pleasantries during father's business relationships. Even Mr. Oe is a VIP. Saw him at the restaurant to think an important politician like him has been invited here. Support from the political world should mean mental shutdowns are as viable as ever. I'm envious. I wonder if there's a way I can get to know him better myself. We need certification from 5 VIPs to become a special customer. These people are willing to share anything. Perhaps it's because their faces are hidden. Liquid mercury. They're the president of the TV station. He has a large circle of acquaintances. Map time. Not great, but not bad. Let's see how we get a bit of intel. Let's go through what we all got. Look at the map we obtained earlier and found what appears to be a safe room. Right here. Let's go over the intel there. Yeah, the very obvious safe room that I noticed earlier. This ruler's observational skills and insight are off the charts. Cheetah's a formidable opponent. We have to get a letter of introduction from the 5 VIPs. And those letters become the keycards? Exactly. Let's go over what all of us have learned. According to the intel, one of them is an influential politician by the name of Oe. He's seen at the restaurant at night and sits at a table near the window. There's a VIP who used to be nobility. He's usually by the pool. President of a television station. He plays slots at night. Which how about eavesdropped? One of the VIPs is a president of an IT company. He's always in his room and reportedly enters from an exclusive hallway.
よく聞け。
Some guy they call the cleaner is another VIP. He's cautious, so it's probably best if we check the other VIPs first. Haru couldn't get anything. Neither could Ryuji. There's a bigger problem. Memory's not so great. Who was who?
私も2人目くらいまで
I can only remember 2. What about you, Joker?
マジ？相手は5人。政治家の大江、旧家族、テレビ局社長。
Politician Oe, the former noble, TV station president, an IT company president, and the cleaner.
そいつらからお墨付きをもらって、ただトラブル処理役だけは。すごっ。VIP の情報がわからなくなったら、双葉に確認しましょう。なら。ねえ。
Like it's too hasty, let's take our time. We have a little time to spare. Let's head back for today. Okay, so that gives me time to prepare, like, buy items and stuff. That's weird. Why is it, like, giving me, like, almost a warning about leaving? It seems like something will happen if I leave. You're back. So this is it, huh? I have to do this. You're right. Do what you need to. I'll try and help any way I can. Just don't be reckless. The palace is an accurate portrayal of Shido's nature. He's quite used to traveling, especially on extravagant ships. It should be obvious he's not using his own money for it. There are all sorts of rumors online. Oh, he's using tax money? Not cool. I think he believes that which belongs to others in turn belongs to him, even people's lives. Yeah. This country will be a miserable place if Shido becomes prime minister. We have to stop him. I cannot leave. So I can't actually call Kawakame tonight. I want my massage. Sayori. Can I make curry? We're out of curry ingredients. Sure we are. I know you're tired. One sec, hear me out. I decided what I wanted to do with Shido after going into his palace. We can't let him run. There's definitely a heart we gotta steal. It's definitely gotta be his. That's right. You knew this whole time, right? I want to avenge you. That's a no-brainer, but that's not it. If we let him run the country, the weak will be totally effed. It's our duty to protect him. We'll protect them till the end. Remember when I told you the heroes who lurk in the shadows are boring? Forget what I said. Those heroes are way cooler. Once we change Shido's heart... Campaign season, overwhelming victory. I'm going to vote for him. Maybe I'll actually vote this time. There aren't many politicians who are like him. It's almost time we go to sleep. Not really, it's cold. Why are... We might freeze it before we change his heart. Let's look if we can find anything to keep us warm. A heater? Once you take care of Shido. Well, I was just thinking this might be the last job for the Phantom Thieves. Everyone's goals and ambitions, they're all linked towards taking down Shido. That's how I feel. We all became Phantom Thieves for our own reasons. We weren't playing around. Outside of Phantom Thieves, you also have friends who've been helping you. They believe in you. We have an important battle ahead of us, and we only made it this way because of them. There's no guarantees we'll make it out of this. See them as much as you can so you'll have no regrets. I'm with you all the way to the end. This upcoming battle is personal, so we'll do it your way. Now we can fight Shido on your terms. Has the VTuber been taking a lot of days off? What if it has something to do with his record? He went back to his family's home. It's a personal matter. Don't go spreading rumors. Are you sure it's okay for him to be down here working right now? Wouldn't it be bad if a Shujin student walked in and saw him? Don't worry. What did I just say? Nah, still fine. You're not like a stunt double or something, right? It's the real me. I don't know what's happening, but I really hope this isn't a dream. I'm the one who set this up. A little surprise from me to you. Ask Futaba to do me a favor. I need you to be wiped out for a while, so I made sure to give you time to recover first. No one cares about my scheme? Looks like you know what's been going on. Take a seat, why don't you? No reason to stand around. I'm gonna go out for a bit to grab groceries. I'll let you all get caught up with each other. Did you figure out whether to be polite or casual? Mona tells me you helped Deuscain out of that palace a while back. We're grateful for that. It's my pleasure. He's usually the one who helps me out. Not only that, I promised I would repay his kindness to me no matter what. A refined response. Are we really around the same age? Why were you in the palace in the first place? Started about a week ago when we had lunch together on the roof of the school. I had the feeling something big was going to take place that day, so I was following you the entire time. We definitely had no idea. It's like day and night compared to when Makoto was following us. Oh, honey's cooked. I've been considering for a while now. Maybe I should be fighting alongside you if I have special powers like yours. Can an outsider like myself get involved? I couldn't just stand back and do nothing. Thank you. Is that compared to how much you've done for me in the past? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not done here yet, are you? I ought to lend you a hand. We could use the additional firepower, but... I appreciate the offer. Oh my god, let us take her. She uses a Winchester gun. She's amazing. I'll wait for you to return. Promise me you'll come back safe no matter what. We'll be fine. Hey Vex, welcome back. Must be nice not having to go to school. Yeah, there are reasons why, Ryuichi. It's not that great. A dead man cannot go to school. The world would be nothing if they found out he's still alive. Thank you for the subscription again, Vex. Much appreciated. Doesn't it suck to live like a fugitive, always having to hide your face? Bit of a thrill. It's hard as well. Please bear with it for now. Don't try too hard to hide yourself. You stand out more. Try hard, but not too hard. Ready to put the plan in action. All we need is your signal. You'll stand out too much during the day. We need to go out at night. About to face our toughest target yet. Don't skimp on your preparations. Be sure to strengthen your bonds so that you're prepared. Mission start. Alright. And immediately I get a text message. Your hands are full. Here's the info I have. This one is cruel. There's a group of scammers out there specifically targeting old people. Apparently using some sort of spiritual mumbo jumbo to trick them into paying up. How horrible. It really is. Anyway, they keep moving around, so it's been difficult to reliably track them down. The police have just stopped trying entirely. From what I've read online, the representative is a guy named Yoshihito Wakasa. Don't have anything more than that. Mementos target. Yuji wants to go to the palace. We don't have much time left in the stream, so let me see if I can go and do some rearming. Where is Airsoft Shop? Alright. Let's start with melee weapons. Equip that and sell the previous one. Yuji, Morgana, Makoto, Omega Knuckle. Sell Haru the Gilgamesh axe. Woo! Yusuke. Do Anne's chain whip. Morgana's God Saber. That's pretty good damage and really good attack too. Alright. Bunch of treasures, good. Makoto, let's go to Yusuke. And Morgana already got his. Dragon God Pole. Just a wakizashi. What do I have for armor? All that's worse, really? Yuchi's crap. Morgana's needs work, yeah. Anne's can go up a little bit. Yusuke's is bad. Worse. Slightly better. Alright, let's see here. There's Morgana and... yeah, I literally don't have the money for a lot of the other stuff. And I probably can't get any guns. Oh, do I have the best guns? Model gun that freezes you in fear. But because I customized them, they're okay. So the customization's getting in the way. Alright, that's where we're going to end up calling it for the day, because there is not much time, or not much left we can do in the last couple minutes. That's not what I wanted to click. Let me shut the game down properly. But alright, we got some big plot this time. We found out who the big conspirator was. We got confirmation that not only was Akechi the bad guy, he was really the bad guy. So, yeah. Made some really great progress. And the final palace is unlocked. So let's see, who can we jump into? I mean, that's an obvious person to raid. But who else we got here? Bunch of nice people online tonight. Could raid into that. How long have they been going? Hour and change? You know what? Yeah, let's see if we can raid into this group. Yep. They're going to be raiding into Trist Trice. He is doing an event with a couple of other VTubers where they are doing a design appreciation stream. So we're going to give them some support. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you had a great time tonight. We're going to be back with Persona 5 next week. Friday is our next stream, and we are going to be doing some Blasphemous. We're going to be starting that up. So, reminder, tomorrow is going to be Art Day on social media, so you can check out my socials link there to see whatever I post. Always, of course, it usually goes to Discord first. You can always pop in there. And if you liked what you saw tonight and you want to see more of my streams and my old VODs, got a whole YouTube channel there. So, tons and tons of stuff, bunch of old games, bunch of great times. But thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever it is in your part of the world. Take care, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.